my opinion, the top 30 girls in the whole world have the same technical ability. It's about all the little extras that you put in that make the big difference. For example, my gum shield. Now, can you imagine driving 90 miles an hour off-piste on like a bumpy track? Your teeth are going to chatter. That is going to start affecting you, maybe the nerves or your subconscious. So we have one of these to make sure that everything's smooth in the mouth. Now, my boots are quite standard. Plastic shells, but inside we have something different. Unlike tourists who have quite comfy inner boots, we have our inner boots suctioned to our feet because we need to feel every bump and every bit of terrain. My poles are carbon fibre, so that when I deflect them off the gate, they don't break. We need them for the starts, and we need them for that all-important position. These are slalom skis. They're the shortest skis. They turn the quickest. This guy here, he's a GS ski. And then I'd have a Super G ski, and then a downhill ski. And the reason why the length changes is because the radius of the turn changes. In downhill, I need the stability. We go up to 90 miles an hour, so I need a long ski so that it doesn't rattle and flap around. The slalom ski, on the other hand, I need this to whip around really quickly. So it's tight, it's a small, tight ski with quite a big, we call it a parabolic side cut, which means it's wider here and narrower here. Now this might seem quite indulgent to the average skier, but see what we have in our goggles, this lens? Pretty much change that every day depending on the weather conditions. Next, the helmet. Obviously, massive safety first in skiing. There's a massive amount of helmet designs out there. I always think as long as it feels comfortable, you feel safe and you can push your limit, the helmet is doing a good job. So these are my downhill gloves. They're very thin. I've got a massive amount of finger control. Normal ski gloves are quite comfy. They're full of nice fur to keep your hands warm. Doesn't matter if we get cold as long as we're fast. I was actually deafened by an accident when I was 10 years old in my right ear. And obviously skiing balance is really important. And I found a couple of years ago, I did a bit of experimenting and I decided to start wearing a hearing aid. I had to get it approved by the International Ski Racing Association because at the beginning when I started wearing it, they thought my coach was trying to talk to me in it. Next, we've got the jacket. Now, obviously when I'm going down, this is nowhere to be seen, but we do take it off very last minute. It's literally a case of strip off, get in that start gate and go. You want your muscles to be as warm as possible when you get out the start gate. Now, the suit. I call this a cat suit. Basically, you want it as tight as possible. You don't want any wind drag. You're making everything to be as fast as possible. If you've got a little bit of seam, a little bit of bag, it's going to cost you time. It might be a millisecond, but that could be the difference between gold and silver. If you take a close-up look, you can see that there's actually bubbles in here. What these little bubbles do is they stretch over your skin, and then when you pull them back, you can see that it elasticates and just vacuum packs around your skin, so it's really fast. Now, the two things I always have on me when I ski, but can't necessarily race down with, are my phone and my watch. This phone isn't any old phone, this is the Land Rover phone. Now this phone works at -20°C. It's crazy cold and you need your lifeline phone to work, and it's unbelievable that the battery works at that, so it's legendary. I know on TV the gates that we sometimes hit look spring-loaded, but they are pretty intense and we have to wear protection. So now I'm going to go for the real secrets and show you what's underneath the suit. I have two sets of protection systems. For speed, I have the back brace. Now the amazing thing about skiing is that the protection sometimes doesn't work. Just before Salt Lake City Olympics, when I was 19, I actually broke my back through this. Now you can hear how hard that is. I still broke my back through that. But without it, it could have been a lot worse. This is the position where we take most of the gates. But occasionally you get late in the line and you have to end up kind of pushing the gate away and using your shoulder. The next set of padding is very female specific. These guys. Now, I got these from a kung fu fighting school. Sometimes you do hit your chest. So these, I think, are very important. Next, we've got the thermals. Now, the fastest thing to wear is actually skin to win, we say. I don't wear too many, I just wear one layer. I even have special leggings. These leggings increase blood flow to the most important part of my body. My quads, my hamstrings and my glutes. They are where the gold medal is won or lost. I need to make sure that I'm doing everything to be the fastest skier out there. That includes, bizarrely, straightening my hair. If you have curls, the air gets trapped in there and it's slower. The actual fastest haircut out there is the mullet. but there's no chance that I'm having a mullet.